The IT Crowd was once a beloved British comedy, so how did the IT Crowd Trans episode mark the beginning of the end for the hit series? "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" has become a frequent quote for fans of the Graham Linehan sitcom The IT Crowd, and its cast of quirky characters instantly charmed audiences with their nerdy hijinks. The show pulled in millions of viewers from around the world and even spawned a failed American remake, yet the original show only lasted for 4 seasons despite viewer demand. However, the IT Crowd's legacy has been tarnished due to Season 3, Episode 4's The Speech, where company boss Douglas Rehnholm, Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows, began dating journalist April Shepard, Lucy Montgomery. The two hit it off after Douglas brushes it off when April tells him she used to be from Iran. When Douglas later discovers April is a trans woman and that she had been trying to say she used to be a man, the IT Crowd Trans episode abhorrently ends in violence as an angry Douglas engages in a physical altercation with April. The IT Crowd Trans episode explained why The Speech was so controversial. Chris O'Dowd as Roy, Richard Ayoade as Moss and Katherine Parkinson as Jen in the IT Crowd. Throughout the episode of The Graham Linehan Show, now known online as the IT Crowd Trans episode, for all the wrong reasons, various gags poke fun at trans women and undermine their identity. A musical montage shows April and Douglas doing various masculine activities, such as drinking beer or watching sports, which was meant to make a joke about April being a typical man on the inside. There are many sitcoms that made jokes now considered offensive, but the clear undercurrents of venom in the IT Crowd Trans episode are uncomfortable, distressing, and can't be excused with historical context. Some viewers tried to ignore the dark undercurrent of this episode in light of the main plot, where Roy, Chris O'Dowd, and Moss, Richard Ayoade, the Mandalorian, convinced Jen, Katherine Parkinson, that the elders of the internet had allowed her to borrow the box containing the internet for her Employee of the Month speech. However, it ultimately became a controversial episode. To say the IT Crowd Trans episode aged badly is an understatement, as even at the time of airing it was considered in incredibly poor taste. The IT Crowd used violent transphobia as a joke. Even for the time the episode was considered abhorrent. April looking confused in the IT Crowd. With a growing trend of violence against trans women, audiences started to speak out against the episode, which trivializes the issue for cheap laughs. Channel 4 decided to pull the IT Crowd Trans episode from their streaming service in 2020 after numerous complaints about the blatant transphobia it displayed. Creator Graham Linehan was furious about this, publishing on his blog that the decision infringed upon his freedom of speech. He also vowed to never work with Channel 4 again until it was reinstated. Graham Linehan, who also created Father Ted, has a history of anti-trans views, and his Twitter account was permanently suspended in June 2020 for his frequent anti-trans remarks. The IT Crowd creator has stated he does not believe trans women are women and that transgender rights oppress women. With all of this coming to light, his attitude towards the series' only trans character was no surprise. The IT Crowd came to an end the season after the controversial episode, and Linehan said he was no longer excited to work on the project as he once had. There have been various attempts at an IT Crowd American reboot, but so far, none have made it to the screen. While some fans look back fondly on the show's best episodes, the ugly transphobia at the heart of The Speech has tainted its legacy in the eyes of many.